Community members are working to keep the violence that has plagued local neighborhoods out of schools. Scenes of violence have been a constant over the summer. Citywide, we've continued to track a stream of shootings, car thefts, crimes involving kids.
The kids, they just usually choose to smoke, vape, go be in the streets, all stuff like that. They feel like that's the best way to do it, and it's not.
We gathered a group of kids together Thursday, hearing firsthand about their push to make a positive change.
I didn't want to go down the wrong route, ending up in the streets, doing things I wasn't supposed to be doing.
As city students get set for a new school year, an effort to bring the community together, addressing issues on the streets before they make it into the classroom.
Just coming to show your emotional support and come help out with the community, give back, and do good for others.
Linden leaders organizing a town hall tonight at Linden McKinley High. Advocates hoping to continue to focus on efforts ABC6 addressed in a summer summit with community members.
We want our kids to go to school and feel safe.
Tonight's effort an opportunity for students, parents, families to detail any concerns heading into the new year. Students certainly appreciate the support. That forum runs from 6 until 8 tonight at Linden McKinley STEM Academy. The focus is not just on the Linden community. Organizers are urging families from throughout the city to take part and detail their concerns, which will be passed along to city and school leaders. Rodney Dunigan reporting. Airport leaders say this project could be massive for Central Ohio. As the region continues to grow, reliable air travel is a must as businesses come in, and this area continues to be a hub for innovation. Just weeks ago, the First Lady in the capital city touting Central Ohio's growing reputation in the area of tech and business growth.
Columbus is a leader in semiconductor manufacturing, electric vehicles, and biotechnology, and these industries are growing every single day.
From Intel to Amazon, the region on the cutting edge.
So excited to see how this work changes people's lives here in Columbus and in other hub regions.
That business boom moving from the boardroom to the runway. CMH leaders pushing for a $2 billion facilities upgrade. Joseph Nardoni, president and CEO of the Columbus Regional Airport Authority, telling us infrastructure plans are needed to keep up with the area's anticipated growth. The aging facility, not a reflection of the direction Central Ohio is headed.
And we have an opportunity to really change the airport landscape.
These are renderings of the planned state-of-the-art facility. The new terminal would go in the current location of the Blue and Cell Phone parking lots, right next to the existing rental car center. The big question? Funding for this project. The Airport Authority tells me the new terminal will be paid for through a number of sources, including airlines, passenger user fees, tenants, parking, concessions, and other non-airline revenue, as well as federal grants. Rodney Dunigan reporting. This summer, the city of Columbus has poured millions of dollars into youth programming. The focus is on keeping kids out of trouble. The question is, are taxpayer dollars really making a difference? It's an unfortunate issue that continues to impact communities across Columbus. Gun violence. In many cases, kids, the victims, and the suspects. Families torn apart.
It hurts. It's unreal. We miss her so much. She was beautiful. My first grandchild.
So many citywide searching for answers, pushing to get this crisis under control.
We want them to think about life beyond what they're dealing with.
To start the summer, the city put forth a $20 million pledge, funding for efforts like CBUS Emerging Leaders Academy at City of Grace Church.
I'm already seeing the progress right now.
Pastor Rick Jones telling us nearly 100 kids taking part, middle and high schoolers receiving mentoring, along with job training and blueprints for college readiness.
Parents have come to us, crying, letting us know that, their kid has changed already.
Students indicating they're a reflection of what most kids are actually doing in the community.
There's a whole bunch of kids that are actually do more good than bad, but it kind of doesn't seem like it because the bad stands out more than the good.
It shows the good side of this generation, really. and what we're capable of learning, capable of doing.
You know, when you give them a goal, give them a vision, give them a dream to pursue, it allows them to channel their energy and their education in that direction, which leads to positive outcomes.
Organizers of the Emerging Leaders Program stress their efforts over the summer have literally changed lives. In the short term, they also believe a large number of these kids have been saved from the streets as well. Rodney Dunigan reporting. LaQuinta Haynes has an amazing story of determination and perseverance. Losing her left leg to cancer, but not her fight. Now she's hoping to serve as a real inspiration to others.
This is a dream. Like if someone would have told me 7 years ago, you get your leg cut off and you're going to become like this major sports person, I wouldn't have believed it. I'd have been like, yeah, you're dreaming, not going to happen.
When LaQuinta Haynes lost her leg to cancer, it was the start of a new life, the start of her journey to becoming a world-class athlete.
I feel like my story, it could help a lot of other people come out of that depression stage or that stage of I can't, you know what I mean? Because you can. Like, this life for me is way better than the life before I got an amputation. Like, I was just living to live then. Now I'm living to live.
From basketball to softball, even rugby, Haynes poured her focus into sports, her talents landing her a spot on the first ever USA Women's Amputee Soccer Team. The squad is comprised of adaptive athletes from across the country.
I think this is the biggest honor I ever had getting this thing. Man, it's awesome. I can't wait to represent the country. I can't wait to wear that USA banner on my chest and represent.
Haynes wants her story to serve as an inspiration, a sign to others to never give up hope and always continue to push forward.
I'm an advocate for happiness. Like, I don't see cancer as a bad thing anymore. I see cancer as the best thing that could have happened to me. And it's weird to say it. It's probably even weirder for people to hear it. But it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad word. You know, it's life, you know, and like me, you can come out and you can actually live.
LaQuinta and her soccer team are headed to Poland in September to represent the country. It's an experience she could have never imagined. One thing's for sure, she's living life to the fullest. Rodney Dunigan reporting. For the first time, we're hearing from the family of Paris Royal. The 26-year-old was shot and killed inside of a West Side Kroger in the process of a fight with a security guard. Loved ones say the altercation should have never led to his death.
It's just heartbreaking. I really planned on doing so much with him, building so much with him.
Charlie Cooper with countless questions. Questions she says have gone unanswered since the January death of her son.
I was really excited about what he was going to do and the possibilities. And it was just taken away. And it's so fast, in a matter of minutes.
Police tell us a security guard and a customer were in an altercation. During that fight, the woman's boyfriend, Paris Royal, entered the store. Investigators say Royal also started to go back and forth with the security guard, and shots were fired. Royal died at the scene.
It's terrible. Every day.
I didn't even get to see my son when it happened. By the time I got to the hospital, he was already deceased. I didn't get to see his body or nothing. So I was devastated.
Royal's family filing suit against Kroger, the security guard, and the company he was working for at the time, saying there was unreasonable use of deadly force, stressing the armed guard should have diffused the situation.
I was crushed, that was my only son, and I just couldn't believe it. It's a pain I thought I would never have to go through. Not in my wildest dreams, I never thought I'd experience something like this.
The family and their attorney also pushing for the full release of store security video of that incident.
Transparency promotes trust. And in this case, there's no transparency and there's no trust.
I have to keep going, so it's just not easy. That's my only son.
At this point, charges have not been filed against that security guard. The civil case is moving forward. I reached out to Kroger for a statement. A spokesperson told me that the company does not comment on pending litigation. Rodney Dunigan reporting. Neighborhood leaders in Linden are pushing to reflect all that's good in the community, a community that has seen its fair share of crime and violence. A new effort aims to change the narrative and uplift the area. Police, crime tape, and heartbroken families. Scenes those here in Linden say they've witnessed far too often. In recent weeks, a 14-year-old shot along Manchester Avenue. In another case, a 16-year-old shot here outside of a Briarwood Avenue rec center. Those in this community say enough is enough.
My family has been involved, whether they were the ones actually committing the violence or being harmed due to violence.
Community advocates planning a day of healing, an effort to remember those who've lost their lives to violence, and also provide resources to those looking to make a change.
We really care about them.
The positive push being led in part by the Franklin County court system.
It was an awesome opportunity to be able to partner.
All of it about making a real difference. Organizers are confident efforts like this will spark positive change and shine a light on all the great things happening in the Linden community. Rodney Dunigan reporting. Neighborhood leaders in Linden pushing to make a positive impact in the lives of neighborhood kids, putting their time and hard work behind an effort they believe can lead students in the right direction. A focus on education. This part of a community celebration Tuesday at Linden McKinley STEM Academy.
And our volunteers came up, showed up and showed out.
Students, teachers, families coming together ahead of the coming school year.
We got to champion our community, and that's what we're doing now.
Advocates gathering vital items for kids. Free backpacks and school supplies for youngsters. Financial, job, and educational resources for parents also provided.
We think about how we want to uplift each other, our kids going back to school, our parents who need the financial assistance, being able to speak to financial workshops to continue to build that generational wealth. Events like this just help further our community and bring us all together.
When I say we are, you say Linden. We are.
This endeavor about reaching individuals and families where they are, providing a hand up and a push forward. This push, just the latest in a community-wide effort aimed at changing the lives and futures of area kids. Rodney Dunigan, report.